So with a different changes in atmospheric pressure, it will be indicate the different change in a weather, right? So there is a, do you know, that is shown in your figure. It's basically an application of a atmospheric pressure. When air is sucked through a straw with its other end dipped in a liquid, the air pressure in the straw decreases. This causes the atmospheric pressure to push the liquid up the straw. So as the air pressure start decreasing in the liquid, what happened? All the atmospheric, with the help of atmospheric pressure, all the liquid will be pushed up with the help of a straw. So this is an example of a atmospheric pressure. So class, we are going to start the topic 7.5, that is pressure in liquid. And if you open page number 151, it's a this topic is mentioned in the last paragraph. So so pressure in liquid. Liquid exerts pressure. The pressure of a liquid acts in all direction. Like in atmosphere, we can say that atmospheric pressure also exert in all direction. The pressure of a liquid is also act in a all direction. If you take a pressure sensor that measure the pressure inside a liquid, then pressure of a liquid varies with the depth of a sensor. So there is a device to measure the pressure in a liquid, and that is known as pressure sensor. This is the device that is used to measure the pressure in a liquid, right? Consider a surface of area A in a liquid at a depth of h as shown in shaded region in figure 7. So class, as we are going to calculate the pressure in a liquid, so you have to look at figure 7.13. Uh, with the help of this figure, we can measure the pressure in a liquid. So there is a container that is shown over here, and it is filled with water, right? And as we are going to calculate the pressure in that liquid, so we have to choose any certain area, because you know that pressure is equal to force per unit area. So we need some area on which the pressure can be exerted, right? So we have to choose this shaded area. This is the shaded area that is chosen to calculate the pressure in that area. So we just represent it by capital A, and A is equal to the area. The length of a cylinder of a liquid over this liquid will be L. So what happens? This is a surface of liquid, and this is the area of a liquid that we are going to measure the pressure. So we just
Ma'am, I can't hear you.
now you are hearing me.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is the area, and this is the surface of a liquid, and we have take the height from to the surface of area to the depth of area that we have to consider, and we give it name as small h, right? This is the small h. Basically, this is the depth that we have going to take from the area that we have calculated the pressure in a liquid. The force acting on on this surface will be the weight of a liquid above the surface. So class, as you seen that this is a liquid that is placed in any, you can say any beaker or any glass. So what happened? The pressure will be exerted in a downward direction, because if you see that we have more pressure on the lower area as compared to the upper area. So if the pressure is acting downward, it's mean that the force is also acting downward, right? If the force is acting downward, then we can say that the force will be equal to the weight that we have learned in a previous units, right? So if force is equal to weight, so what will be the formula for weight? Yes, who is going to tell me?
MG.
Mg, right? So when force will be equal to weight, we can say that it's mean that we have a, there is a mass of a liquid, and there is also gravity existing when force is applying in a downward direction, because you see that pressure is acting downward. It's mean and we know that the pressure is directly proportional to the force, right? If rho is the density of a liquid and m is the mass of liquid above the surface, then so generally we have discussed the topic density in a previous lecture. So density is equal to mass per unit volume. This is the formula for density, right? V will be equal to. So when we measure the density in a liquid, we represent the density by rho. So we cannot use this small d. Instead of this d, we have to use this a symbol rho, right? We have to use this rho. This is a symbol rho that is used to find out the density of a liquid. So we can say that density, this rho will be equal to this density will be equal to m by v, right? So if we want to find the mass of a liquid, so what can we do? We can take this v volume on the other side, and our formula will be equal to rho multiply by equal to mass. Class, kindly write again your mark your attendance again in a chat box, because I think my previous chat will be was deleted. Okay, so please write your name again in a chat box. So class, mass of a liquid of mass m is equals to volume into density. This is the formula that we have just write here, right? So as you know that what is the general form what is the general formula for volume? Have a volume, right? So volume will be equal to
Area into height.
length into breadth into height, right? So length into breadth into height. This is a formula for liquid, right? And what is the formula for area? The formula for area is length into breadth, right? So in the formula of volume, we can write A instead of length into breadth, right? We can write A over here, right? So this is area into height, formula of volume, and density of liquid is equal to rho, right? So this is the mass that is of a liquid that can be measured in a cylinder. So as you know that the force acting on an area in a downward direction, so force will be equal to W, and W is equals to mg. So class, just put value of m from the above equation in this equation of a force. Class, please unmute mute yourself so other can hear properly, right? So this is a formula for force. Force is equals to W. W is equals to mg. So just put the value of m. This is the value of m, right? This is the value of m. So just put over here. It will be A H rho g. This is the force, right? As you know that the pressure will be equal to force per unit area. So this is a formula for pressure. So if we put the value of F in this equation, this is the F, right? So F is equals to A H rho G by A, right? So A will be cancelled out with this A, and we can say that liquid pressure of a depth H is equals to P is equals to rho GH. rho is this rho is the density of a liquid, this g is a gravity, and this h is the depth. So we can say that the pressure liquid in a pressure is directly proportional to the depth. So if we have more pressure, it's mean we have a more depth. So if we have a less pressure, there will be a less depth. So this is the formula of liquid of pressure, that is P is equals to rho gh. With the help of this formula, we can calculate the, or we can measure the liquid of pressure in case of liquid. So class, if you have any question, you can ask me. Yes, class, do you have any question?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am. Next.
Yes. Who have a question? So class, the lecture we have discussed today is about variation in atmospheric pressure. Variation in atmospheric pressure, you can read this topic from your book as well, right? And this is the application of atmospheric pressure, and the main topic is 7.5, that is pressure in liquid. So pressure in a liquid can be calculated with the help of a formula P is equals to rho g h, and it's very simple. You just have to take any cylinder, fill it with water, and then take any point of area where you have to calculate the pressure. So we have just take this area that is shaded over here, right? And then you have to measure the depth with the surface of a liquid to that area, and that we have represented by h. And the pressure is exerted in a downward direction. This is the area. So first of all, we have to know the density of a liquid. So density of a liquid is equal, it has the same formula like simple density. Density is mass per unit volume. For density of a liquid, we have to represent d by rho, right? We are not using d, we are using the symbol rho, which is like a p. So rho will be equal to m by v. So if we have to calculate the mass of a liquid, we just move the v on the other side, and we get the formula rho is equals to rho multiplied by v is equals to m, right? So this is a formula for mass of a liquid. So now you have just know that the mass of a liquid is equals to rho into v. So how do you calculate the volume? You know that the volume of a liquid is equals to length into breadth into height, right? So you just put, you know that the area is length into breadth. So you just put the area instead of this value, and it will be a into h into rho. You know that the force is equals to w, and w is equals to mg. Just put the value of mg in the equation of a force. Then formula for pressure is P is equals to F by A. Just put the value of F, and just when you put the value of F, and there's will be divided by A, the area will be cancelled out with area, and you will be left with rho G H. So it will be equal to pressure in a liquid, right? So if there's any confusion, you can ask me. Otherwise, I have to end the meeting. Okay.